So I've got this doll, and today we're gonna give her a new face together. So first of all, we're gonna get the doll out of the box, which could be a challenge in itself, I don't know. Actually, I didn't mean to keep this doll because I bought it like really quickly, and I don't like their faces. On these Shopkins dolls, I think they're kind of weird, like kind of derpy looking. I don't know. My sister bought a few too, and then I was like, oh well, I don't need this. I'm not gonna use it for anything. But then, when I wanted to go get the money back and all that, the shop that I bought it from, Toys R Us, in Denmark, it's currently going through bankruptcy, so we might be losing the store completely. So they don't take refunds. They don't do refunds anymore, which is kind of meh. But I decided that I would use the doll anyways, and then just make a video out of it. And I wanted to get into like doll customizing anyways, so I'm gonna get this cat out later. It's not like I need it. So, oh wow. But yeah, I decided, oh well, might as well use it for a video. And so far the only thing I really think I'm gonna do anything about is her face, because I actually really like the sweets theme going on. That was why I bought her in the first place. I think it's a really cute doll. It's very different from what I'm used to. I've done a few, or I actually have. I've done one like years ago, a doll custom, and it was of a Monster High doll. So they're obviously very different. Just for context, if you don't know, this is what a Monster High doll looks like, and there's clearly a big difference. Yeah, and I've actually got I think I'm gonna do a video with some of this Monster High stuff, but I don't know yet. I've kind of got an idea for it, so that's a secret so far. We're gonna figure that out later. Holy shit, these are difficult to get out. My sister's was way easier. Is it? No, I still got those arm thingies. Come on. That's one arm. There we go. Is it all off? Yeah, I think it's free now. We're gonna deal with this later. Don't need that anyways. So this is the doll. It's pretty. I like her hair. She's very cute. Like, I like the small accessories and all that. Can you take the shoes off? Yeah, you can take the shoes off. Wow, she's got weird feet. Look at that. Her leg is like so much bigger than her thigh. That's weird. I didn't notice that before. But oh well. I think she's pretty cute, and I think the only thing I'm gonna do anything about today is gonna be the face. So I'm gonna get my stuff, and then we're gonna get going. So before we got started, I just wanted to show really quickly all the stuff that came with her, because I decided to dress her down so it wouldn't get on her stuff. And meanwhile, I also got all the other stuff out of the box. So she comes with a pair of shoes, this hair thingy that I think I broke because I did that, but I don't know, it might be something it's supposed to do, but I kind of freaked out. Then there's this little, I don't know what you'd call this in English, that clasps in the back like this. It's kind of cute, like it. Then there's these two that are like the main attraction of the whole brand actually. Because it's like Shopkins. These dolls are something that they made afterwards. Then there's her skirt, of course, and her waist looks kind of weird without it. The brush, that is like, I think it's like supposed to be ice cream scoops, kind of cute. Then there was this stand. The shoe, this one, has a little hole underneath, so you can like plug it onto here. And you know, when she's wearing it. Then there's this card. is actually pretty cute. You get a code or something, and then you can go into some app. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cute. It's like a legit card, like a credit card, similar like to that. So yeah, and then this was one of the cutouts in the box, but I think it's really cute. But it just shows how different she looks here to the face they actually gave her, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, I don't know, we're gonna try and fix that. So yeah. So I finally got everything set up. I think I've got the colors. I think I might need a darker one for her eyeliner, but I don't know about that yet. And then I got a few cotton pads, that's what they're called, and some pure acetone. And some use nail polish, you can use that too. Also, as you can see, I tried to shield the doll the best I can. But yeah. Oh, look at that, her whole eye came off. That's kind of cool. I've seen that in some of those doll videos, but this is the first time I've tried it with acetone myself, so that's pretty cool. I decided that I want to keep her lips because they're so small already that I don't think I would get anything out of trying to change them, because they're pretty much the same color that I want them to be. But I'm taking off her eyebrows and her eyes because those are the ones that I have the biggest problem with. Also, she had a little blemish on the side of her head that I also took off. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but you can also use nail polish remover. It's especially if it already has acetone in it. Oh wow, look at that. I didn't get the entire thing, but it's still pretty cool. I like that effect. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the whole thing off. Oh well, I'm gonna take the eyes off, and then I'm gonna get a soapy or like a wet paper, I don't know what it's called, like a wet piece of toilet paper or something, and I'm just gonna clean her face down just so I know that it's not full of stuff, like just like dirt. So yeah, they don't have you know, a very prominent mold, so that gives me a lot to work with, and I don't know how I feel about that. She also had some blush that I accidentally took off. I would actually have liked to keep that, but oh well. I accidentally took some of it off the first time when I did the first eye, which is kind of meh, but oh well. Also, I've been watching some of all of these big doll YouTubers and all that, so I decided, because I'm not able to get any sealant, that I would use watered down acrylics. Like, you can do it, but it's more difficult than if you did it with like watercolor pencils. This is one of the only watercolor pencils I know where is at the time. And it's like a dark blue, so I'm not sure if I might sketch something out with it, but that's it, because I don't have any sealant and I don't want to ruin the doll. So I'm gonna rinse off her face and then we're gonna get started. Alright, so voiceover Alex here. As I previously mentioned, I talked about trying to sketch on the doll. Didn't get to do that. The head wouldn't pick up any of the color, so I ended up just going in with watered down acrylics right away, which is what you can see me doing on screen right now. I did the eye shapes. I actually redid them a ton of times, and I ended up giving them, I think, 3 or 4 layers before going to this step where I skipped that step. I didn't film that, but I made gray shadows on the eyes before doing the pupils, as I'm doing here. And both of those steps I also did a few coats, because when the acrylic is watered down, it doesn't come out as opaque as if it would have not been watered down. But then again, that's what's causing it to not like clump up and all that. And I actually tried doing this a shit ton of times before I got it right on camera, luckily. So I decided to cut that out because the video is already really long. When I put the initial clips in, it was over an hour long with everything I had filmed, and I just thought, oh wow, that's just too much. I can barely talk for like, I think this is about half an hour maybe. I cannot talk for that long. As you can already hear, we're on like the first step and I'm rambling. Anyways, I'm being saved. There's another clip. In this clip, I darkened the mint green I did her eyes with, and I'm just going in with that darker one and making some shadows, and lining them up with the gray shadows I already did on the whites of the eyes. And yeah, I think that's all I'm doing here. I did that a few times, once again, because, you know, watered down acrylics and all that. This is really slow. I don't know why it's so slow. I might speed it up. I don't know. Yeah. Especially the first steps, I read those a lot, but I didn't include it on camera because I didn't want it to be too long, as I mentioned. Also, fun fact, most of the clips were actually just of me like dipping my pencil in the paint, which I thought was hilarious, because when I had to sit and edit and cut away all this, it just looked hilarious because I would have to like just watch myself dip my paints, dry my paintbrush, and then do it like 3 times more before I moved on. And here I actually, in the previous clip, I chose to include me doing another layer. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Just to show that it takes layers, especially when you're working with acrylics. I've never worked with pencils before, so I don't know what that's like, but with acrylics you need like a few layers. And as far as I can see here, what I'm doing is I'm like sketching, and I'm making quotation marks with my fingers right now. You guys obviously can't see that, but I'm making a sketch for where the pupil, I think that's what it's called, the black of the eye is gonna be, which is what I'm gonna do next. I think, yeah, I'm doing that here. I also redid that a few times, and I ended up doing it so many times that some of the paint actually got stuck in the eye, so I kind of had to like follow what that looked like anyways, which was kind of meh. Although I don't think the eyes are like, or like the black of the eye is not where I messed up. As you can see a little later, one of the eyes is gonna turn out a bit wonky, sadly, because the eye on the left is slightly bigger and slightly rounder, I think, or it's the other way around, because one of the eyes is a little more square and it looks kind of funky. Oh yeah, here I'm doing the eyeliner. I regret doing it with with the paintbrush, because as I'll show later, I ended up doing another doll in like my spare time, not filming or anything like that. And when it came to her eyeliner, I ended up getting a little bit of paint on like a toothpick and drawing with that, because it just gave me a much finer and thinner line, and it just turned out like a lot better. I ordered some thinner pencils, but they didn't get here in time, and I really wanted to film this video, also because I knew I had the time. I wasn't sure if I would have it later on, so I needed to get it done, and I couldn't wait for the why do I keep calling them pencils? I couldn't wait for the thinner paintbrushes. I should probably have like tried figuring out how thick the strokes from the paintbrush will be. Like, I tried getting the smallest paintbrush that I have, and that is the one I'm using, but it's still not very good for like fine details. And if you look at in the end where I show the other doll I did, the eyes I did on this Shoppies doll are like huge. Because like it's like compared to the Monster High mold, Shoppies dolls, they just have bigger eyes. They have more space in the face for eyes. I also think that was kind of what threw me off, because the one other time, like years and years and years ago, that I tried to make my first doll custom, first of all, I did it with like only acrylics, like not watered down or anything. I just did acrylics. But I think I in some weird way got used to like the small mold or something like that, or like there just being a mold, because that was one of the things I struggled with most. I think if there had been like a more prominent eye crease or something like that, maybe I would have had like an easier time making the eyes more even. You can even see it a little bit here. The right eye is a little bit more round or like almond shaped, whereas I accidentally made the eyeliner on the left eye kind of squared. I don't know why I didn't correct that, but I already like I tried to make the lines thinner already, as you could see with me like drying it up off with a paper or something. I think that was like a little piece of toilet paper. But yeah, that was, I think from now on, if I do more doll customs or something like that, I'll just keep to like Monster High dolls, because I like this like small security of there being a mold in the first place. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why it's taking me so long to do this. Probably because I kept in the whole thing of me like correcting all small details like I do here, but I think no, I'm still doing that. I thought I was gonna add the eye shine soon, but apparently I didn't. Wow, I am taking such a long time. I did not realize that I kept in this much. Now the white is coming. The white is coming now. I could see that. No, the white isn't coming. I did the eyebrows. Oh yeah, that's right. So first when I did the eyebrows, I tried to like position them so they would be even. But compared to the like Shoppies mold, Shopkins dolls, I don't like calling them Shoppies. I feel like that's weird, but whatever. With like their face and their mold, I say that very loosely because they basically don't have one, but it just looks weird when the eyebrows are too close to the eyes, so she just ended up looking kind of scary angry, because she has like this half smile. It's not a smile, but it's not a smile, if you know what I mean. And then she has like these huge eyes, and if you look at the eyebrows now, yeah, this is where I'm taking them off, but if you look at how they look before I take them off, they look kinda like evil, I think, almost. Anyways, I just didn't like them. I actually think, yeah, I go in with a bit of acetone here because I couldn't get it off with just my my, what's it called, with my toilet paper and my water. So I had to go in with some acetone, and I also corrected some of the eyeliner here. I remember that because I had smudged it when I did the other thing. And this is where I do the proper eyebrows. As you can see, I actually put them a lot higher on the doll. Also in the original mold, they are like so far apart and so far up and like half hidden under the hair. I thought that looked so weird. I would maybe have positioned the eyebrows a bit further apart, but besides that, for like the second or third try, I think they actually turned out pretty good. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but I think they turned out pretty alright. And I think this is about it, or I'm not sure. I don't actually know. I should have watched this before so I would know how much to talk, but I didn't. I'm correcting the eyebrows now, and in a second I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do the eye shines, but as you have heard through the entire video, I don't know what I'm talking about. So please don't trust my word, I might be wrong, I probably am. But after actually, another thing that I didn't include in the video, but after I did the doll and completed it and all, I went and watched a few videos of like, I especially watched Delightful. She did only acrylic repaint of the face. Oh yeah, this is where I tried to add eyelashes. That did not work. I'm going off track. Anyways, she showed this technique of using glue that would that would dry clear to use as like eye shines. So I like shining the whole eye and like what you would usually do, like a liquid gloss varnish. I think that's what it's called. But I ended up doing that with glue, and sadly I didn't include any clips, but I don't really think it made that much of a difference anyways, which is kind of meh. I think maybe I should have layered it more or something like that, but then again I wasn't sure if it would work with my glue, so I didn't want to ruin the doll, because I spent like a long time working on her face and all that. So here, as you can see, I ended up referencing the small picture, the small cutout that I showed in the beginning, and I decided to add a little more to her, to like spice her up. I don't know, I thought she would be cute with sprinkles on her cheek, so I ended up giving her those, although I only filmed like 2/3 of me doing it. I used 3 colors and made like 4 strokes, like 10 strokes maybe in all, but I didn't film the first color, and I at first thought I had accidentally left like blotchy spots on her face, so yeah. Alright, so editing Alex here, I didn't realize that the clip would cut so quickly, because I thought I had more clips left, but I didn't, so sorry for the awkward end there, but yeah, right on to the end here. Yeah, enjoy! So this is the final result of the doll. I borrowed my sister's doll for comparison, and I really like how she turned out. I think the sprinkles on her cheeks are cute. One of her eyes is a bit wonky, but that's pretty much it. Although I wish I had taken a bit more time to like focus on her face, because I ended up doing a doll like after I did this, and I didn't film it, but this is the outcome of her. I used a varnish that I found out I had, and I honestly like how her face turned out a lot more, which is kind of a shame that I didn't film it, but I just I think it's about getting used to the medium, and I still really enjoyed making this doll, and I hope you guys enjoyed making it with me. And if you like this sort of video, like tell me in the comment, like I don't know, just if you want to see more of this stuff, I would love to make it for you guys. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my weird stuff like this, and that's it. Bye guys!